Okay, it's time for me to talk about Doom Eternal. I've been taking days off just to collect my thoughts, and now I know what I want to talk about. So, the Quakecon event didn't change my overall opinion on the game. Campaign looks cool, and it looks like the best part of the game, and battle mode is also cool too, but I personally believed it should have not replaced multiplayer. While I was thinking about making a Doom Eternal video, I suddenly asked myself, is Doom Eternal a game for the fans of Doom 2016? Because I went back and watched the E3 review trailer last year, and I will put a link to the video so I can reference it. At 1:35, Marty Stratton started to talk about how he mentioned Doom Eternal as a game influenced by the fans and developers' passion of Doom 2016. But let's be honest here, ever since they pulled the plug on Snap Map and traditional deathmatch, I'm starting to believe this game isn't so much of that other than the campaign, which I'll talk about that soon. It was already bad enough that id Software literally gave us the finger to the entire SnapMap community for not implementing SnapMap 2.0, and I'm sure there are people in the SnapMap community that won't even bother buying the game on launch day, and they say Doom Eternal was supposed to be a combination of our passion for the game. Come on, id, where's your love to the SnapMap community? We literally made SnapMap a playable and enjoyable mode for you guys. As much interest I have for Doom Eternal, I cannot help but just feel like this game is possibly going to be disappointing. I've been checking the views on battle mode ever since Quakecon announced more information about it, and it seems like it's not getting much attention, which is sad because I remember when id Software announced the multiplayer stuff for Doom 2016, it got its traction back in those days, but it seems like nobody cares about battle mode, which is not a good sign from a marketing standpoint. I also don't like how people are comparing it to Evolve, which anybody remember that game? I sure remember it. It was that game where people were super hyped about it, and then the game just died down in silence after years gone by, and it went free to play, but it didn't manage a community after that, and yeah, it's pretty much like, a forgotten game. I can't help but feel like battle mode is going to be the spiritual successor to that. Just like Snap Map, battle mode being an exclusive multiplayer mode is a finger to the people who enjoy and still play Doom 2016 multiplayer. I'm not sure what id is trying to do here. Like, it's so sad they're abandoning a lot of their new fan base with Eternal, because I know fans of Doom 2016 multiplayer and Snap Map are probably not gonna want to buy the game on launch day at all due to these decisions. Basically, the campaign is the last thing they got. And yes, there are people that's been positive about it, and I know some people have been more critical on it, but so far, I actually like what I see and hear from the videos I've seen and the information I've been reading on Doom World. But still though, I don't like how Doom Eternal is taking so many steps backwards compared to Doom 2016. The amount of content we get is so little. It shouldn't be like that. Why abandon multiplayer and Snap Map? Yes, they weren't as praised as the campaign, but there are still people playing the multiplayer years after its release. So that's a sign that the multiplayer didn't completely failed. And Snap Map didn't make a good first impression for sure, but with the updates we've gotten, Snap Map is a different animal than it was on launch day. And I know there isn't much people using Snap Map like from the past, but there are still people using it and playing Snap Maps. Both multiplayer and Snap Map still managed to maintain an audience, even though it was never the real highlight of Doom 2016, and id Software could have easily just improved these aspects of it and then add in battle mode, which I think would have made the Doom 2016 fan base happier. Those are some of the fans that are passionate about the game, and you basically gave them the finger in Doom Eternal for, removing these aspects. You can argue that we are in the minority, but I just think it's nonsense for a game to remove so much amount of content in a sequel to a 3-year-old game when Halo Reach provided Halo fans significantly more content than Halo 3 did, and Reach came out 3 years after Halo 3. Gears of War 3 did the same to Gears of War 2, and it came out 3 years later. Another thing is Bethesda has not had a good track record lately. A lot of their games they're publishing and developing have not been a huge success. Look at Fallout 76, Rage 2, and even Wolfenstein Youngblood. They've all been nowhere near being critical or commercially successful. Is Doom Eternal going to fall into this category? I also want to mention that Bethesda has also been mocked by adding DRM for the classic Doom ports. So yeah, you can tell why I'm feeling fairly sketchy with Doom Eternal lately. I was hoping for Quakecon to maybe make me feel more positive about Doom Eternal, but I keep feeling like this game is almost going to be a disappointment. Like, it's going to be inferior compared to Doom 2016, which is not good. I don't want Doom to be like Wolfenstein, because ever since Wolf 2 came out, I haven't really looked at the series the same. I've just been more skeptical because Wolf 2 was such a disappointment compared to the New Order and the Old Blood that I don't even know if I'm looking forward to Wolfenstein 3. And there is a morbid curiosity side of me that wants to try out Young Blood, although it seems like the game is constantly getting criticized by fans of the series. But I do like how it reminds me of Wolfenstein 2009, like how there's a heavier emphasis on the RPG stuff. And it reminds me of Halo 3 ODST, where Wolfenstein is experimenting its FPS gameplay with other things. And I personally enjoyed ODST's experimentation with the Halo FPS formula. However, I've been busy playing other games, like I recently came back to Halo Combat Evolved, and I don't know if I want to sacrifice my time with one of my all-time favorite games, and a game that inspired a lot of my snap maps, for a game that just seems to be average at best. Doom Eternal is the only AAA game I truly look forward to this year. I've been a fan of the Doom series for a long time, and Doom 2016 was such a great game, and I think it's easily one of the best games, you know, for sure. It's that damn good. It's the kind of game that makes you feel proud of being a gamer, so I personally want Eternal to live up to these expectations, but I just can't help the game's direction just isn't leading me to feel this way. It's not going to completely make me avoid buying the game, of course, because I'm still going to buy it, but there is a possibility that Doom Eternal could be Doom 2016's Wolfenstein 2.